the Mahayana Uttaratantra Śāstra, or Ratnagotravibhāga, attributed to Maitreya, or Sāramati. Chapter 3, the sixth Vajra point, qualities. Benefit for oneself and benefit for others are equivalent to the ultimate kaya and the relative kayas based upon it. Being the fruits of freedom and complete maturation, these are endowed with 64 types of qualities. The abode adhering to benefit for oneself is the kaya, being wisdom's sacred object. The symbolic kaya of sages is the ground of best possible benefit for other beings. The first kaya has the qualities of freedom, which are the qualities of power, and so on. The second has those of full maturation, which are the marks of a great being. Power is like a vajra against the veil of unknowing. Fearlessness acts like a lion amidst any assembly. Like space are the unmixed features of the Tathāgata, like a water moon, the two facets of the Muni's teaching. Knowing what is worthwhile and worthless, knowing the ripening product of all action, knowing faculties, temperaments, and wishes, knowing the path, reaching the entire range, knowing meditative stability, and so on, when it is afflicted or without pollution, memory of past states, divine sight, and peace are the 10 aspects of the power of knowledge. Knowing the worthwhile and worthless, complete ripening, the various temperaments, paths, and aspirations of beings, their manifold faculties, the defiled and the utterly pure, remembrance of previous states of existence, divine sight, and knowing the way in which all pollution is exhausted, piercingly destroys the armor of ignorance, fells its trees, and smashes its unshakable walls, laying them in utter ruin. Such power, therefore, resembles an indestructible vajra. Perfectly enlightened in all phenomena, setting an end to all hindrances, teaching the path, and showing cessation are the 4 aspects of fearlessness. Knowing and causing others to know all the different aspects of things that are to be known of oneself and others, having abandoned and causing abandonment of all things that are to be abandoned, having relied on what is to be relied upon, having attained and causing attainment of the peerless and stainless to be attained. They relate their own truth to others. Thus the great sages are unhindered anywhere. The Lord of Animals is ever fearless to the far ends of the jungle, undauntedly roaming amongst the other animals. In any assembly the Lord of Munis is a lion as well, remaining at ease, independent, stable, and endowed with skill. There is no delusion and no idle talk. The teacher's mindfulness is unimpaired. Never is his mind not resting evenly. There is no harboring of various ideas. There is no equanimity without analysis. His aspiration, diligence, mindfulness, and discriminative wisdom are unimpaired, as are total release and its eye of wisdom. All action is preceded by primordial wisdom, and this is unobscured with regard to time. Thus these 18 features and others are the unmixed qualities of the teacher. Delusion, idle talk, forgetfulness, mental agitation, ideation of duality, and indifferent equanimity. The sage does not have any of these. His aspiration, diligence, and mindfulness, his utterly pure and unstained discriminative wisdom, his constant total release, and his primordial wisdom of liberation, seeing all fields of the knowable, do not suffer any impairment. His 3 activities are preceded by primordial wisdom, and display themselves in its likeness. He manifests his vast definitive knowing, always unhindered in its vision of the 3 times. By such insight he is fearless and supremely turns the great wheel of pure dharma for beings. Endowment with great compassion and quintessence of victory are what all Buddhas will find. The nature of any of the properties native to earth and so on is not the nature of space. Any of the features of space, such as being non-obstructive and so on, is not a feature of the visible. Earth, water, fire, air, and space, being equally elements, have something in common in the world. The unmixed qualities and worldly beings have nothing in common, not even as much as a single atom. His perfectly even soles are marked with wheels. His feet are broad, and his ankles are not visible. His fingers and toes are long, and the digits of his hands and feet are entwined by a web. His skin is soft, and his flesh remains youthful. His body has 7 elevated and rounded parts. His calves are like those of an antelope, and his secret parts are hidden, as are an elephant's. His mighty torso is similar to that of a lion. The hollow between his clavicles is well filled. The curve of his shoulders is perfect and beautiful. His hands and arms are rounded, soft, and even. His arms are long, and his utterly immaculate body is enfolded in the mandala of an aureole of light. His neck, unblemished in hue, resembles a conch. His cheeks are like those of the king of all animals. His 40 teeth are equal in number in both his jaws. His teeth are supremely pure and most beautifully set. They are totally immaculate and aligned in even rows. The eye teeth are of supreme and excellent whiteness. His tongue is long, his speech unlimited and inconceivable. His sense of taste is supreme, and the self-sprung's voice is like the Kalavinka's call and the melody of Brahma. His pure eyes are like blue lotuses, his eyelashes dense as those of an ox. He has the stainless white urna hair, embellishing his face, and the ushnisha crowning his head. His skin is pure and delicate and of the color of gold. Extremely fine and soft, each of the hairs on his body curls from one pore to the right and upwards to his crown. His immaculate hair resembles in color a deep blue gem, well proportioned in stature like a perfect Nyagroda tree. The great sage who is all good and without any example has an unbreakable body possessed of Narayana's strength. These 32 marks, which one cannot conceive or grasp, and which are resplendent in their brightness and beauty, the teacher has described as the signs of a lord of humans. Just as in autumn the form of the moon is seen, in a cloudless sky and in the deep blue water of a lake, the form of the all-embracing is seen by the victor's heirs, in the perfect Buddha mandala, and in the world. These 64 qualities, each combined with its cause, should be known, in their order, to follow the Ratnagotravibhāga Sutra. Being unchangeable and never weakened, dissimilar and unmoving, they are taught by the examples of the Vajra, the lion, space, and the moon in sky and water. Of the powers, 6 powers, 3 and 1, in this sequence have totally dispelled the veils of knowledge and meditation, along with that of the remaining imprints. Resembling armor, a wall, and a tree, they were pierced, shattered, and felled. Being firm, essential, steadfast, and unchangeable, the powers of the great sage are similar to a Vajra. Why are they firm? Because they are essential. Why essential? Because they are steadfast. Why steadfast? Because they are unchangeable. Being unchangeable, they are like a Vajra. Since he is not intimidated, is independent, stable, and possessed of best possible skill, the Muni is like a lion. The lion of mankind does not have fear in any assembly whatever. Knowing everything directly, he always remains totally fearless of anyone, no matter of whom. Seeing that even pure beings are not his equal, he is unimpressed and not daunted by others. His mind being one-pointed as to all phenomena, his samadhi is the quintessence of stability. He possesses skill, having crossed the earth of the latencies of unknowing, ever so subtle. The understanding of worldly beings, of listeners, of biased practitioners, and of those who have insight, and of self-sprung Buddhas getting ever subtler and progressively refined, there are 5 similes. Sustaining the life of all worldly beings, Buddhas are likened to earth and water and to fire and air. Away from the features of the worldly and of those being beyond the world, they are similar to space. So the Dharmakaya fully divides into these 32 qualities, indivisible like a precious gem in its light, radiance, and shape. Granting satisfaction whenever they are seen, the qualities called the 32 marks adhere to 2 kayas, being the illusory kaya and the kaya perfectly rejoicing in Dharma. Those far from and close to purity see them as the mandalas of the world and the victor, like the form of the moon in water and sky. Thus these kayas are beheld in 2 ways. This was the section Qualities, the 3rd chapter of the Commentary on the Highest Continuity of the Mahayana Dharma, which analyzes the disposition of the rare and sublime ones.